You've already learned that if two parallel lines are cut by transversal, then pairs of alternate exterior angles are congruent. The converse of that theorem is also true, which simply says that if alternate exterior angles formed when two lines are cut by transversal are congruent, then those lines are parallel. Well, using that theorem, let's see if we can prove some lines parallel. Here's my first example. We're given here that angle 4 is congruent to angle 8. Well, look at this. Angle 4 and 8 are alternate exterior angles, and they are congruent. Well, since 4 and 8 are congruent, and they're alternate exterior angles, by the converse of the alternate exterior angles, converse of that theorem, we can say that line R is parallel to line S because of these two alternate exterior angles being congruent. That's the converse of the alternate exterior angles theorem. Let's look at another one. Let's use the same figure, but this time, look what we're being given. We're given that the measure of angle 3, here's 3, is equal to 4x plus 2 degrees. And we're given that 2 is equal to 8x minus 2 degrees. And we're also given that x is equal to 15. Well, 3 and 2 are called same side interior angles. And what are we trying to prove? We're trying to prove again that line R is parallel to line S. Well, there's a converse theorem that says that if we can show that if these two angles are supplementary and they're on the same side of the transversal, then those two lines are parallel. Well, let's see if we can show that these two angles are supplementary. Okay, I'm going to move this aside. All right, we have the measure of angle 3 equal to 4x plus 2. Well, I'm going to go ahead, since we're given x is 15, I'm going to substitute in place of x 15. That's 4 times 15 plus 2. And that's equal to 4 times 15 is 60 plus 2. And that's 62 degrees. Remember, we're trying to show that these two angles added together should equal 180. Well, I have one of them. Let's look at angle 2, the measure of angle 2. It's equal to 8x. Well, in place of 8, I'm going to substitute 15 minus 2. Well, 8 times 15 is 40. It's 120. Minus 2, well, when we subtract, what do we get? We get 118 degrees. Well, look at that. Do those two angles, those two degrees add up to 180? Yes, they do. So we can now say that the measure of angle 3 plus the measure of angle 2 is equal to 62 degrees plus 118 degrees, which is what? That's 180. So 3 and 2, which were on the same side interior angles, are supplementary. What can we now say? That line R is parallel to line S because of the converse of the same side interior angles theorem.